Peace, peace, y'all. What's happening?
Hey, hey. All right.
Let's do this. Tag. Yeah, yay.
All right.
What we talking about?
It's been a moment, you guys.
It's been a long time.
It's been a moment.
We shouldn't have left you.
It's been a moment. So today, I know last week we kind of
Peace, Paul.
we kind of talked about we were going to do a relationship piece this week, and
You lied.
We
You lied.
did not intentionally choose to not do a relationship piece
Okay, she lied.
this week, but I thought that there was something else that was important that we needed to talk about for this week. So this week, and I put it out there earlier this week, and maybe people didn't understand what I was asking, but I was asking about codes, like lifestyle codes and codes that, different kind of codes that you notice or that you follow within your life. And there's a whole bunch of different codes.
And code could also be like rules. Some people say rules. You could say taboos because
Guidelines.
that's guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So but I like the word code because there's also like these unspoken codes and rules that we observe and that we follow. And I don't know, do you have an unspoken code that you're familiar with that maybe not that you follow but you notice that other people follow?
An unspoken code is like to not talk about racism.
Ooh.
That's a pretty valid unspoken code. We really not supposed to talk about racism. It makes people very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
It makes people very uncomfortable. So that's,
yes.
I would say that's a unspoken code or one of them silent codes that we go through. And those are the important ones, I think, too. Those like silent ones, those secret ones. Not even secrets. It's just the ones that we don't think about. You know.
And what's crazy is we don't think about them, but somehow we learn them. Somehow we. And it's really weird when somebody doesn't follow the code, and then you're looking at them like, "What are you talking about?" So yeah, and there's different kinds of codes. I mean,
we should try. Go ahead.
We've got different things like when you go into a workplace or into a school, you have things like a dress code. Again, just a guideline, something that you're supposed to follow. But why do these places benefit? How do they benefit from having these codes? What is it that they're getting from having these codes in their life? So, for instance, I will say this. In a school, because I work in a school.
Yeah.
In a school, you've got a dress code, okay? And it's a guideline that's supposed to keep your children safe.
Uniformity too.
Right. Well, not necessarily. I mean, maybe in a private school.
Not as in uniforms, but as in uniformity. Like no one's gonna be sitting up here wearing topless things or like low cut things, like that.
Right.
Not uniforms, even though some schools
and no
do.
one's gonna wear things that are considered offensive. Right.
Drug related.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Drug related.
Something like that.
Too much sex or whatever. Like those are things. And so they do that for the children's safety, and so that they can focus on their education and not necessarily on each other and what each other is wearing. However, also working in a school, I will tell you that we have a dress code, but it's not necessarily followed all the time, which does cause chaos because you have people, coming in and wearing things that others might find offensive. Now, I will say this: everybody gets offended at everything nowadays. I mean, you can't. People get offended at my shirt. They want our rhythm, but not our blues. People get offended at that, But I can wear it at school. I wear it today. But yeah, it does cause chaos and disorder because what happens is you have a couple of kids and like for instance there's some girls and they have their little crop tops because crop tops are in right now. That's what all the little girls are wearing, the little crop tops, but your belly's showing and you're 11 years old and you're 12 years old and you shouldn't have your belly out, at least at school. What you do at home is at home. There's a whole nother code, a whole nother group of rules when you're at home. When you're at school, this is what you have to follow. And it does cause problems.
Codes, too, codes could help organize stuff.
Yes.
Codes could help keep you safe.
Yes.
Just like okay, this is a good one too about keeping you safe, and this is a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
The movie, damn, what was it called when the people can't talk? Shit, it's a good movie too.
The
it's
silent,
right.
the
where they have to be quiet.
Quiet
What is it
Place.
called?
The
The
Quiet
Quiet
Place.
Place, right?
Yes.
One of their number one codes was shut the fuck up. You can't talk, or else the people coming to get you.
Right.
You understand?
Yes.
And that code literally was life saving.
Yes.
That was a code that was life saving.
Yes.
You do not talk. In the beginning of the movie, the little boy dropped his toy and the toy came on. Gone. Thing came and got him because he broke the code. You understand? So that's interesting. But since you a girl, you are a girl, aren't you?
I'm a woman.
I want to, cause what we gonna do here, we gonna be I'm gonna just break it down. We gonna go over a couple codes that like different entities, organizations have, and then we gonna talk about some of our codes that we live by, and that we would and explain how like if we live by those codes, which are the Black Rider Liberation Party codes, we could be so much better as a people. But first, what's some girl codes? Set some secrets. Oh, you don't want to talk about look. Woo! She got real. She got real sideways. Real sideways. Just
I didn't
a couple.
get sideways.
You already told me one.
I did. So one of the most important ones, and I don't think that this is one that I've ever actually like been told. It's just something that's always been known. Is when you have dated someone, or if your friend has dated someone, that they're automatically cut off. You don't talk to them, like you don't try to holler at them, nothing. Cut off. If somebody mess with your friend, they're done. I don't care how fine they are, how built they are, whatever. Done. That's a girl code. Yeah.
Okay, I already knew it. You gotta give me one more. Come on.
Oh, geez.
You sure get shy. You sure get silent. Huh? Okay.
Another girl code. I don't know.
You don't know him no more. Salute.
Hey. Well, it's okay to I don't know that that's a girl code though. It is okay to compliment and to compliment your another woman's body.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
Admire their body.
That's crazy.
It is okay to do that.
No.
And still not be accused of being some weirdo.
I was gonna literally. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, ooh, I know one, cause I be catching y'all. Y'all will look at a girl's booty in a minute. A girl will look at another girl's booty like, bing. I'm like, can we bring her back? Like, what is we doing here? Like, seriously, it's crazy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Y'all nasty.
No, we're not. Listen, this is what's crazy, is we're really good about, like, looking at each other and being like, yeah, work it, girl. But how mean we can be to each other, too. It's really weird.
Do you know what I've been working on, though?
What?
I've been trying to switch a code to when I see my brother and they looking good, say, damn, you look good, man. What you been doing? Man, you look good. Man, your hair is tight, bro. Man, you look great. Encouraging them.
Yes.
Because we have a code. We have an unspoken code that we size each other up immediately. And I think it's a natural thing, just like how we size women up, too.
Right.
Once you come
for
into
a
like,
different
bam. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
people do that to people, though.
Yes.
Don't you do that to you?
Yes.
Look a person up and down like, oh, they look nice. It don't got to be on some, ooh, I want to hump. It could just be like, bam, bam, bam. But dudes, it's like an instinctual thing, I think, though. It's an instinctual thing. We just, bam, bam.
Just what you're what you're dealing with.
Because you never know. You never know. Because there was a time where it was just like, we could clash at any moment. Especially where you coming from. If you grew up in the hood or something, you might have to be more on point.
Right.
So that is a unspoken code.
Do you have another one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. What's another unspoken code is that you do not run back and tell your partner's girl if you see your partner out of slipping or doing something. You just don't do that. You don't do that. Why would I see my partner doing something and be like, ooh, Steph, did you know that I seen LaRon at the mall? What are you doing? Well, clearly you trying to hump. You trying to get at the girl or something, unless you want some slick shit, right?
Right.
But that is a code. We don't do that. We don't talk about another man's relationship. We don't do it. What?
Lame.
Oh, I thought you were talking about lies. Like when? Shoot.
No, I'm just saying.
You just don't do
lame.
that. You don't do that. Like, unless it's like, I've never been in a situation where it was like, unless we were all so close, where it's like, bro, that's my sis. Fuck what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was literally like my sister or something like that, or like somebody who I was really, really close to, I either come to the brother and be like, bro, like, come on now, what we doing? Like, you can get pulled up. Why you looking at me sideways, cutting your eyes at me? What I do?
That's a girl code too. You guys just don't realize that.
No. Yes, we do. No, yes, we do. Yes, we do. See, that's the thing. Girls try to act like y'all more high and mighty.
We are,
No.
because we conduct ourselves in a different way within the same code.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyway.
Man code, but that is a couple man codes. What about do you want to say something about the police codes?
Let me just tell you something.
Oh, shit.
Police
Oh shit.
definitely live by a code.
Mm.
This is why they get away with everything.
Mm.
Because
Speak
they
on
have
that,
a
though.
code that
Speak on that.
they follow. So it's like, yeah, my fellow officer did put some drugs in their car, or my fellow officer did beat that man up, but I don't know what happened to my camera, sir. Something happened and it turned off during the whole thing, and nothing like that happened. Or they had drugs in their car. I'm pretty sure we saw drugs in the car, and it's a whole thing. Like, you protect. It's like a brotherhood.
What you're saying is that they protect themselves first over everything.
They protect themselves first over everything.
Okay.
Everything. And if you don't, then there's consequences.
Mm.
Yeah.
Family codes.
Family codes.
What goes on in this house stays in this house, man.
That's a major.
Man, especially for black folks, because we have a history of, like, when we go out and tell our business, your kids might get taken.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
You might get evicted.
Yes.
You might get thrown in jail.
Yes.
For just going out and saying, oh yeah, my mom and dad was arguing last night. No. What goes on in this house stays
in the house.
Period.
That is a major.
A few roaches. Ain't no rats though. Might be some roaches crawling around.
Yes.
Ain't no rats though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a major family
I'm
code.
trying to think if there's like
what's some other
another
ones?
family code.
Some people have codes like we pray together.
Yeah.
Some people have those codes where you pray together. You
Right.
always eat dinner.
You always
as a
eat,
family.
eat dinner as a family. Like, that's just the thing. Like, when they call you down for dinner, you come down for dinner. I missed that.
And now
I need to try to get back to
And but see, these codes, back again, is meant to make you stronger and keep you together, and a level of organization and a level of, like, camaraderie, even to where, like, this is what we do. Just like the police codes is a great example, because you can't tell them shit. They stick together. We were just talking about how in LA they banging. Police they banging when you talking about LAPD. What?
Right. Right.
What it is.
Right.
So yeah, but that's a good one.
So I kind of want to go into, there's a lot of joking around about codes that are in the black community. There's some jokes that go around about it and stuff, and they're somewhat true, and they're pretty funny. But
like what?
Let's see, what was Cedric the Entertainment talking about we live by a code or a creed. Like
I wish a motherfucker
would.
Yeah,
like a wish factor. And things like showing up late and wishing the motherfucker would be in your seat, you know? So there's codes. There's what's another one? Yes.
Damn right.
What's another? I can't even think of it off the top of my head right now. But I know that there's some things that we joke about, like, in the black community, like, oh no, that's some black people.
Well, there's some black community codes. Is we could say no snitching.
No snitching. Yeah.
Even though we don't follow it. Imagine if we followed that code. You see what I'm saying? Because we're telling each other in a fucking minute. But imagine if we actually followed that code.
Right.
Keep your mouth closed. Don't talk to police. Period.
Yep.
Imagine if we kept that code.
I wonder, this is kind of off topic a little bit, but I wonder if people would stop snitching if we actually had something in place where we were actually handling those things within our community, where there was actually like, no, we're gonna take care of it. It's gonna be a consequence for this fool over here acting crazy, but y'all ain't gonna take care of it.
I love
we gonna take care of
that.
it.
That's a great code. Real talk. I love that.
I mean,
that's what a tribe does. That's what a
right.
tribe in a village
does.
So
I wonder, like, if that was something that was actually implemented.
I love that. I love it.
If that would, like, eliminate the snitching. Now, I know it's not going to completely eliminate snitching, because money talks and bullshit walks. Because you offer somebody something that they feel like they can't turn down, they might be snitching, but that's because they just don't have their shit in line in their head. In my opinion,
another code that we have is don't trust anybody.
That's
an unspoken code.
Yeah.
We don't trust anybody, not even each other. If we be honest, we really don't trust each other.
That's
or people in general.
Yes,
rightfully so though, because we've been so abused and mistreated. It's hard to just trust people. It really is.
Right.
It's hard. I told you, like, it's hard to just accept some love and think it's genuine, and you ain't on some punk shit. Like, for real, really is.
Right. Because but I think that stems from us always being in survival mode and feeling like we have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves no matter what, like at any cost.
Yeah, man.
And so I think that's why we think about or like we have that problem trusting, because we think, what's your intentions? What's your angle? Like, why are you coming at me? Like, why is it that you want to offer me this? Like, what are you getting out of it? Because we always believe somebody's getting something out of it. Nobody gives you anything for free. They're getting something out of it. And if they're not being upfront about what they're getting out of it, then that's where some distrust comes in, because you're like, I need to know what I'm dealing with.
I know what we're doing next week.
What are we doing?
Shit. High five for me. Go ahead. Oh, bitch. That's abuse. Why was that? Now, hold on. You think that's funny, right? What if I would have hit you? What if I would have slapped you?
It'd have been funny.
No. That would have been looked at as a bitch. No, I don't want your kisses.
Come
hey, look,
here.
off camera, this is the code. I ain't gonna slap her on camera. That a bitch. I'm just slapping on my big ass forehead
I was
too.
giving you a high five.
That wasn't no high five.
It felt
No,
like
stop.
a high five.
No.
Okay, let me give you a kiss.
No. I'm listen, y'all. We gonna keep doing this, but I'm literally bothered. The fuck is you hitting me for? What are you touching me for? Real talk. On like just in front of here, just all the people like
but
you did this. Shit's not funny.
I'm sorry that you took
Shit's
it
not
the
funny.
wrong way.
I
It's
did.
not
Yes,
funny.
I took it the wrong way.
My apologies, you guys.
Real shit, like a motherfucker.
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
Shit. What the fuck you think this is right now?
It was a high five.
Anyway, motherfucking code is you don't be sitting up here touching me, yo. That's not funny or cute. Real shit. That's a great code.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Piss
back
me
to what
off.
we were
Shit.
talking about. I'm sorry.
Nah, fuck your sorry. For real.
Okay.
Come on. Let's just do this.
But let's talk about how we can apply codes into our daily life. So like Mo just said, there's a code that we follow from the Black
What
Riders.
code? Okay.
Black Riders Liberation Party. There's a code that we follow. We have a code of conduct, and there's 24 of them. We're not going to go over 24, but we're going to talk about a few of them and how, if we as a community applied them to our daily life, how that would benefit us as a people.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So, you want to talk about the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, like she said, like, what's interesting is that, like, we do have codes. We do have a set of rules that we could follow, but it's like, what would happen if we actually did follow them?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 24 code of conduct. We're gonna try to cover about 10 just for time's sake.
Mm-hmm.
And the number one is, do not spitefully criticize your comrade, nor condemn him or her. And as I'm talking about this, we're talking about if we did this as black people.
Yes.
Just as black people.
Right.
So when y'all hear comrades or when y'all hear any reason, we talking about black people, and then against everybody else, right? Or just those who not with the shit like we're with the shit for black people's liberation.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, imagine if we did not spitefully criticize our people, nor condemn them, particularly in public around non-blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
How would it be? What you think? How would it be? Just think about that. If you've never seen people on Facebook criticizing black people,
right,
or criticizing their own people, if we didn't do that as family members, if we didn't always be criticizing like, you ain't
right,
shit, you do this bad, how would it be?
And I think that I've seen something like that before, where they're talking about, like, you don't talk about other black people in front of white people. Like, you just don't do that.
You don't be talking about no nigga in front of stop.
No.
Period.
Yeah.
That's our shit. Salute, Cap.
Yep. Salute. Black power. So.
What's number 2?
So.
Unless you want to just talk more about the criticizing people.
No. Number 2 is to give your comrade the benefit of the doubt.
Give your comrade the benefit of the doubt. I'll say it again in a different way. Give your people the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
Man, we ride our people out so quick, huh?
Man, we've talked about that, like, with black businesses and stuff, how they do one little thing wrong and you're like, I'll never go to them again.
Come back, y'all. When your people do you wrong, come back, forgive them. For real, give your people the benefit of the doubt. We have to give ourselves the benefit of the doubt because nobody else is. Mm-hmm. Imagine if we gave ourselves the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Just imagine, right? And remember, these are codes that, like, saying if we did live by them, how we will be better as a people. Mm-hmm. Because this is what we do within our cadre, right? We do this, and just today I got reprimanded 30 minutes ago. Really though, and it was in love though. It was in love, and it was like, soldier, get your ass in order. Get in order. Sometimes we need it. Mm-hmm. What's the Number three. If you see a fault, this is a good one. If you see a fault in your comrade, do not manifest your comrade's faults in public. If you do, God will manifest yours, and you'll see that your faults are greater. Damn. If you see a fault in your people, do not manifest your people's faults in public. Damn. If you do, God will manifest yours, and you'll see your faults are even greater.
And I think that
yikes.
I think that kind of goes back to the one where it's like we don't talk about each other in front of white people, and there's white people all over the place.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Not gonna be able to
do it. Now,
yeah.
Now that made me think though. That literally just made me think about how I will give a charge. I will give a charge to our people. Like, is this still on? I will give a charge. I will give a charge to our people about something, right? And it's for us. It's for us. Yet I posted in a public sphere so it could look like man, you ain't supposed to be you. And it's not to critique us, but it's to get us to see our self-destructive behaviors and change it. Now, how to deliver that is the key, right?
And how to offer solutions.
Exactly. Now, I think criticizing will be like, black people ain't shit, man. Black people don't want to do nothing. Black people just want to stay in poverty. Black people just want to. Black people ain't never gonna do nothing. Black people ain't gonna. You ain't gonna do that. Like that's not helpful for us.
Do you know where I think this would benefit? The one of the best places this would benefit is the divide that we have between men and women, and how we criticize each other all the time. All the time. If we would follow that code.
Just that one. Don't criticize the people in public.
Let's
talk in private about that.
Right.
This is the cool part about it. When we offer places to like, okay, we have this problem with the LGBTQ community. Okay, we have this problem with men and women. Let's get together and talk about And it's both sides. It's not just women. It's not just LGBTQ. It'd be some straight people. It'd be some men who's like, no, I don't want to get with them, bitch. I don't want to get with them gay people. No, we need to come together about our own shit.
Right.
In the house. And if we don't agree, cool. I don't agree and I don't fuck with you, cool. But we don't have to do this in a public sphere and let everybody know that we can't get along. Because what the others do is just sit back, eating their popcorn like, look at these niggas. Look at these dumbass niggas. I promise. I promise.
Yep.
Okay, you want to do the next one?
Yeah. So this one here,
which code of conduct?
This is number 5.
Okay.
In our code of conduct. So if you feel like it will create disharmony and disunity by telling your comrade about his or her faults, do not do so. Instead, tell someone of higher rank so they can handle the situation wisely.
What does that sound like?
Now, how this kind of translates to me into our everyday life and people that they're not necessarily a writer and they don't, call people comrades or whatever, is to go to your elders, to turn to those who have lived life a little bit longer than you, because they're going to have some insight.
This is crazy.
About what's going on.
This is really crazy.
What?
Because just today, that just happened. When
Isn't
that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Like two of these, then I like lived today.
Right.
Literally, two of my elders in the community called me and my comrade to a meeting, and they was talking about passing the torch. They was talking about these are concerns that we have with you, and this is what we think could make us all better. Literally, we just lived the code of conduct number 5. That's why I'm like laughing, like that's crazy. I literally just lived that today.
Right.
It's very, very interesting. But that village mentality, like if me and her have a disagreement, why we can't go to Queen Mother and be like, Queen Mother, look, I don't know what to do with this. I'm getting tired of this and this is that, this and that. Because if me and her try to figure it out on our own, bam, we gonna be headbutting, and that's it. But now, if we had elders who we could trust and go to, and we do, but we just not. There's that divide, right? But that just makes so much sense. Take it to an elder so y'all can figure it out wisely.
Right.
If we had those elders, like why the hell we don't have a fucking elder? What is it called? An elder.
Like a panel,
Damn. Excuse me, I'm sorry. What's up, Shavante?
Hey.
Yeah, I can't remember what is it called. Oh, damn.
That's gonna bother you.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
damn.
let's move on to the next one though, and then if you think about it, then we'll come back to it. Okay. So, do you want? You do number 6.
This is code of conduct number 6, but this is our 5th one out of 10 that we're gonna do. Don't take an inexperienced or disbeliever's word over your comrade's word. Let me say that shit again. These are great. Damn, these code of conducts are great.
They're great.
Jeez. Don't take an inexperienced or disbeliever. I'm going to change that to don't take a non-black person's word over your comrade's word, over your own people's word. Because listen, simple as this, if you an outsider and you come to me with some gossip about my comrade, you don't mean me no good. You don't mean me any good. You don't mean me or my cadre any good. You don't mean me or my comrade any good. If you coming over here gossiping about what she doing, you're not doing that to improve our relationship. You want to separate it. You want to cause strife in our relationship. Right. It's not that. It's not either one of. It's a different word for all of that works. Elder circle, elder board, all of it works. But it's a specific. It's a specific tribal term for it. And it is gonna bother. You're right. It's bothering the hell out of me because I can't think about it.
We'll have to look at it when we're done. If you think about it.
But anyway, circle of elders, elder board. That all sounds great. But yeah, do you have something to say about that? Taking
that's what I was agreeing, because if somebody comes in and they're saying so and so is doing this, and this, and then just leaving it at that, what was the purpose of that?
It's not in love.
What was the purpose of you telling me that?
Peace, David.
Yeah. All right. So number 10 in our code, but this is number 6 that we're talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Number 10, inform your comrade of any danger he or she may encounter. Now that spans across a lot of things in my opinion, because there's different types of danger.
Peace, Jermaine. For real.
There's different kinds of danger and things that could harm you that you could encounter in life in general. And that could just be simple advice like, don't put your finger in the fire.
Don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Watch what you're doing.
Yeah. Watch them.
Watch what you're doing.
Yeah. Watch out. But just, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean like the whole thing where like so and so said something about you the other day and they said they coming back for you or whatever. No, that's not necessarily. I'm not saying that that's not what that means, but I'm saying that there's a bigger span to that in our daily life, because I don't know that somebody is waiting around the corner to pop me off,
right?
Because that's just not really a lifestyle that I've experienced.
See, this code is actually more of a military one. If you're going on a post, if you're going on a mission, and it's like, listen, you got to watch out for this, you got to watch out for that. But still, in all though, we still have to. If I'm talking to Jermaine about training, and I'm saying I'm about to go train over here at this gym, and May know that this gym ain't cool and they don't like us, and they gonna try to give me or something.
Right.
It's his job to say, hey, Rome, Moj, no, that's not the one, bro.
Right.
If you can't come to me, go to him. So something like that. It don't have to be like physical threat or something.
Right.
It can be slanderous, anything.
Right. Exactly.
Number 7, I like this one. Number 7, but number 19 in our code of conduct is smile and show love to your comrade at all times. Fuck. Excuse me, but y'all know where I'm going with this. Do you know how many times, because I've adopted that to like, I don't care where you at, I don't care who you with, I'm gonna say, what's up, sis? What's up, bro? Case in point.
We talked about that the other night.
Few weeks ago, on my walk downtown with my coworkers, it was a sister crossing the street. Crossing the street. I'm like, what's up, sis? Because I was crossing the street too, because I went to go and get something to eat or something. I was crossing the street too, and I'm like, hey, what's up, sis? And I catch her, and she literally just looked back, she looked back and just like, okay, and kept walking. And I said, hey, sis, like hi. And she was like, oh, hey, hi, right? And I knew that because I could feel her spirit. Her initial thing was like, oh, this is some other nigga trying to talk to me or something, because of that trauma, right? That's why I intentionally said, hi, sis, like in a very nice and just like, I don't want nothing from you. But then there's times where I'll be like, hey, how you doing? These motherfuckers want to look. They be like, they literally scared of black people.
Man.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all ever try to say hi to some people in public, some black people, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Or they do the whole thing, like you say hi to them and they kind of look.
I'm talking about
like,
get out.
Like, no, like,
straight get out. They want some
get
out.
Was that you? Did you just say that to me? Was that you? And I was like, hey, how you doing? Oh, and I've had on several occasions, I've had people tell me, people don't usually talk to each other like that. I'm really surprised that you said something to me. It's disheartening.
I don't know.
Sad.
Hey, I'm literally not making none of this up. This literally happened today too.
Oh my goodness.
Listen.
Today is the day.
I'm on Cully. I'm on Prescott going to my comrade spot, coming from the meeting with the elders, and it's a brother, long ass dress, and he bumping something. He just feeling it, right? He's in a Jeep. I rolled down my window and say, calm down, stop that, like joyfully, right? Like, calm down, stop that. And he rolled down his window and he looked so puzzled and he said, huh? Literally, he said, I didn't know what none of us here. Listen to me. This literally happened. He said, I didn't know it was none of us here. He had a little accent, but I couldn't really pick it up. It's almost like Florida. And then the brother said, said, no, I said, it is some of us here. And then he was like, well, I was thinking more like get out, right? And I was like, gotta kind of watch for that too here. This is Oregon, right? But it was just a beautiful thing to just like interject myself into his car for a second and show some love to a brother I've never seen in my life. There has probably been other black people around him and they've
didn't
just
say
been
nothing.
This because
they've been on that get out. They've been on it. Look at this.
Right. You don't even know how many times I walk downtown and somebody, especially when they with the other. Oh my. That's what we were talking about the other day. Sometimes
like
when they're with another, like when they're with a group of other people, like with a group of white people, or if it's a couple and it's an interracial couple, or whatever. How sometimes they be acting like, you can't see
and
me
what
over here.
And what happens is
here.
when we don't do that, some people get discouraged when they walk by 7, 8 black people and they don't speak. They say, "Fuck it, I ain't speaking to people no more."
Right.
It should be black people have to have it to a point to where like, man, these black people are nice. Every black people I see smiling and saying hi to me. That's what we want. Go ahead, mama.
Okay.
Go to the next.
Okay. Build up your comrade. Make him or her feel good. Draw out the good points in your comrade.
Damn.
Can you imagine if this is what we did with each other? Like if we just like pointed out, look, you looking great today. Look at you, stop messing with stuff.
You talk your talk.
You looking great today.
Thank you.
The sun is shining on your skin. It's all beautiful. You looking, one of my favorite things, looking all black today. Just looking so black today. Just beautiful. Just beautiful.
What this is called, y'all, what I call this is developing a cultural self-esteem. Because our cultural self-esteem is fucked. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And now this isn't me talking about an individual. This is talking about us as a culture, as a people.
Right.
Our cultural self-esteem is fucked up. Intentionally. Not because of us.
Right.
But now we perpetuate it now. With this nigga and bitch and thought and all that stuff. That develops a very bad cultural self-esteem. Whether we know it or not. But if I'm going around saying, you look so black today. If I'm saying, man, damn, who did your hair? Hey, sis, I like that. Like, if we're doing that, we're instilling positivity in us, and this is in turn self-esteem.
Yes.
Then we have a high self-esteem because we pretend like we say black boy joy and black girl magic and everything to like mask it.
And then go home and cry in the corner.
You know what? For real though,
No,
because we always got messages saying that we ain't shit. Always. So we have to, when we encounter each other, I love what you doing. I love how you look. I love that you got your business going on. Your kids is beautiful. Hey, queen.
Right.
What's up? Especially women and men and men, because it's easy for me to go to a woman like, girl, you look good. Man, what kind of blah, blah, blah. Right? That's way easy.
Right.
But when you see a brother and a brother hugging each other, when you see a brother and a brother saying, bro, man, you look nice. You look good. You've been working out. You've been running. What you been eating. That shit goes so far.
I think that I do see that at times, but I think that men just have a different way of expressing it. They're like, look at you today. You know, you got your Stacey.
Yeah.
Ooh, Stacey Adams. Stacey Adams.
Not the
over
Stacey
there.
Adams.
No, Stacey, no,
you know what? That is true. We're not comfortable with just saying, cause I will get that sometimes like, bro, you know you got to give me those. You know you got to give me those, right? With your little ass feet, I'll jack them. That type of shit, right? Like straight up, we just can't shoot straight. Bam.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So,
What's the next one? This is number 9, actually. This is
9.
And
then we're gonna do these 3 here.
Okay,
we're gonna talk about those.
We got some bonus.
Okay. Yeah.
No backbiting or talking behind your comrade's back. Yikes.
Listen,
Look.
nobody said it was gonna be easy.
Man.
Nobody said it was gonna be easy.
Man.
But I think this also comes to like having the elders to turn to. You know what I'm saying? The people are always going to do things that irritate other people, and it's knowing how to deal with that rather than sitting there and going around and saying so and so did this and so said and fuck that person this and fuck that person that. I'm guilty. I've done it before. Catch me with the attitude one day and see how I'm talking. Like I will go off. Mo just heard me on several occasions.
I'll take you off the camera.
It's okay, babe.
I'm bringing them the drink this time.
On several occasions, going off on somebody. Or you could do it in your mirror. That's what I do. I do it in the shower, in the mirror. If I got something to say, if my mirror could talk. But really, just no backbiting or talking behind
your comrade's back or your fellow black person's back. And I think that comes from doing it out of spite. There's a difference between talking about somebody out of love and not directing it necessarily towards them, but talking with
and
somebody.
Let's be clear about this too.
Okay.
Talking behind somebody's back isn't bringing a grievance. Like if I had a disagreement with the black person and then I come home and be like, baby, this motherfucker at work today, man, yada 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 yada. That's not talking behind somebody's back.
Right.
Talking behind somebody's back is more like assassinating a character. Talking about their business behind their back, but you just having a disagreement or frustration. I hope I'm making sense. Does that make sense a little bit?
Sense.
Because it is a difference.
Yes.
It is a difference between you really trying to get back at somebody. Yeah, I like that, Shavante.
Yeah. But yes, you do need to have a soundboard, and so you're right. Yeah, like coming home, but. And I think that's a lot of times how we find solutions to that, because I know that there's been times when you're like, well, you should do this or you should do that. And I think that I've done that with you too, where you've said some things to me and I'm like, okay, well, maybe it was this, or have you thought that maybe it's that, you know? And so it is important to have a good soundboard, but it's not, but backbiting and talking about, and that's that gossip shit too. That gossip that we were just talking about, where you go to somebody and you gossip.
And it is hard.
Yeah,
it's not because it's so easy to just be talking about. If we know the same people and it's like, oh, did you hear about blah 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 blah? You know what I'm saying? And that's even different than actual backbiting. Gossiping is even different than backbiting and talking behind somebody's back.
Unless the intention behind the gossip is to backbite,
just for no reason.
Right?
Did you hear about Junior? Of course you didn't. I know you didn't. I just want to tell you about Junior.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Or I do know that you know about Junior, but I just want to go ahead.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about
that
Junior.
Wound up again.
We're gonna talk about how Junior life is fucked up.
Right.
Terrible.
Okay. So we're gonna go.
We got some bonus.
Right. We got 3 bonus ones.
2 actually.
3.
Because we did 9. Because these is only 9. That's 9 circle. It's okay. So let's do.
Okay. So we're gonna do number 13. So number 13, and these are ones that my captain thought were pretty important for us to point out too. So number 13 is respect your comrade at all times. Do unto him or her as you would like him or her to do to you. Sounds like a biblical thing to me. So everybody shouldn't have any problems following this one here.
Well, the thing about that is just like I could say, how I could say how I had a meeting this evening about some stuff. And it was a legit concerns being addressed and brought up to me, and I did not feel like it was any malice behind it. I didn't feel like it was any, and I'm just being transparent. I ain't saying that to make anybody feel good, but I did not feel. I felt that it was respect at all times. I was heard, they was heard, and we dapped out, hugged each other, and I actually got more respect for my cadre in the direction that is going after that, as opposed to feeling disrespected. Respect goes so far, man. I'm telling you, and that's another one of those self-esteem things, because if I'm respecting you first and I'm treating you like I respect you, period, and I'm following that code, man, it's just a different energy. I can't even explain. It's just a different energy.
Well, and that's the thing, is if you're respecting someone at all times and you're doing unto them as you would like them to do unto you, that also spans across the thing. We're always fighting about things like religion, sexuality.
Speak on it.
Shit. Well, I just know those are 2 that I always find that we're always fighting about. But
those
if we
huge.
if we respect each other, yes, I don't agree with your lifestyle, but I respect you, and I respect what I respect you and what you do. You know what I'm saying? If we had that mutual respect for each other, because you would want them to do that with me. I know. There was something in Black Portland about there was someone who felt like there was a lot of disrespect because they were Christian, and they felt like there was a lot of Christian bashing. And when I saw this, my automatic response actually, and I didn't put this as my response because I had to think about it, but my automatic feeling and thought was that, no, y'all do that stuff too. If I say I don't believe in Jesus, and if I say that I get my crystals out and I burn my sage, I've been attacked before for that from Christians. So
that's a great point.
Yeah. So the thing is, but if we have that respect, okay, because that's where I'm going with it, is it's like, whatever you need to get you through the day. If you need Jesus, if you need Buddha, if you need Shiva, or whatever it is that you need, if you need your crystals, if you need your candles, whatever you need to get through the day, to function, because life as a Black person is not the easiest thing. So whatever you need to do to get through the day, do that.
Well, when we don't respect our people at all times, and that's a great one though. When we talk about people's lifestyle and their political beliefs and all that stuff, we just further separate us. Like, how can I be a part of a cadre and I'm not respecting this comrade? What if I need this comrade and I don't even respect them and they feel that? What if I need this Buddhist brother? Right. What if I need my sister who's an atheist? You know what I mean? But I'm talking bad about the it's crazy. It's crazy. We don't have to agree on everything to build. That's
and again, nobody said that these were easy, but these are definite guidelines that would, I feel, bring unity and uniformity, like you said, that word uniformity in our community, and that we could actually function the right way as a community.
It's just certain rules and taboos that we should have. It's just certain codes and taboos, things we do and things we don't do. Right. No matter what. Like, we just,
So this one, when he said this one, I was the first one to say, that was really hard for me. So
yes, Adani, thank you. That's what I was gonna say. Love everybody, but I love Black people way more.
Yes.
And first.
Well, remember, Adani, that this is us talking about Black people.
No.
This is not.
Adani, no.
This is not us including.
Yeah,
this
Adani,
is
no.
Black people.
Adani, no.
Okay. So I can't even read it.
Do not argue with your comrade about anything.
Do you know why this one is hard for us? Because that's my comrade right here. That's my comrade.
Right. Huh? Telling you, we got to do that shit. We got to do that shit. Inside joke. But this is one of those things that could literally save relationships. We're not gonna argue right now. We're not gonna argue. We gonna come back to the. And seriously, this is why I'm reading this. Like, literally, like, most of these happened to me over the last couple of days. Either I violated them or I've experienced the love in them. Crazy shit. Seriously though. And in reading it actually, and then voicing it and talking about it, it's like crazy when you think about how the benefits of it though. Seriously though, I'm not just gassing this because these are our codes of conduct. Trust me, I'm not. I'm not. That is not the point. But it's some real shit, and it's one of those things that where, like, if we are putting in the effort to do these things, it could work for us. It could really, really work for us. Right? They used to have the black codes, and the black codes back in the day was some wicked shit about like curfews for Black people. Black people can't be lynched. That type of stuff was black codes. And I remember mentioning, like, we need to come up with some black codes. And somebody was like, no, that was a white racist thing and everything. And then I was like, but we say nigga all the time. And we go, you know what I mean? We will adopt that. But anyway, that's neither here or there.
So
the last one.
So along with the whole arguing thing, because like I said, that one is a hard one for me. Is greeting your comrade 3 days after a disagreement or dispute. We are so quick. And I was talking about this because I was like, sometimes you can't deal within 3 days, but you at least need to communicate with each other in 3 days and touch base with each other within the 3 days. And because we are so quick to write somebody off and
for good.
Not talk to them.
For good.
I'm guilty of it. I have a sister I haven't talked to in years. So I'm guilty. But I'm saying that this is something I need to work on within myself. I need to work on this as well. And I think that this is, as a community, I'm just being real with you guys. As a community, this is something that we would benefit from. When you do have a disagreement with somebody, it's okay to walk away. It's okay to walk away from that and be like, I can't deal with this right now. I'm too emotional, whatever. But you need to come back to each other. We need each other. We all need each other. You have to come back. You have to touch base. You have to tap in. And if at the end of that, you still are just like, this is just, let's just agree to disagree. And then it comes back to that respect thing where I don't agree with you. I don't necessarily agree with you, but I respect you.
Right. We don't have to agree to love each other. We don't, man, for real. We're not going to agree on everything as a people. Damn. I almost feel like we should have, like, like shared this, like took a picture of it or something, because these are actually this is some real life stuff. But so I guess the question then has to be like, how do we develop some codes? Because ultimately I don't, because I go into some like we need our own government and everything else.
Don't get started.
But like. In a way, yes. Like a government within a government,
true.
because they won't let us. And when I say they, I'm talking about the whole system of America, racism, white supremacy would not allow. And think about it though. No other race has their own government. But see, what they have is a community.
They have a community and they have
codes. They have community and codes.
That they follow.
So they don't need a fucking government. Right. They don't need to worry about being a nation within a nation, because they already are.
And because they follow these codes, they police themselves. They do. They're not gonna call the police on somebody. They're gonna call up. They're gonna call up the elders, or they're gonna call up cousin so and so, and they're gonna come and they're gonna handle that stuff.
Listen, I done been there. Ain't that many Asians in jail like that? Not like that. There's Asians in jail. Ain't that many Middle Eastern people in jail like that? It's just not. Ain't that many born Africans in jail like that? Because they do police themselves, for real, and they live by certain codes. That's some shit. That's crazy.
Yeah. See, and I think that one of the things that I think as a black community that we're starting to kind of adopt is something like you don't call the police on your brother or your sister. You just don't. And so I think we're kind of going towards.
That's always been a code, though. Really.
Well, really? I don't know, because I didn't,
No. Like we don't really call the police on each other like that. The police just be in our neighborhood.
I grew up with white people, and they call the police for everything.
No. The black people, the police just already in our neighborhoods. Okay. Or some shit going on, and then the neighbor all of a sudden call the police. Yeah. But we don't just be like, we get in a fight, I'm calling the police on you. Right. No, we don't really do that. We don't really do that unless it's really some vicious stuff and it's some scoring stuff or something like that. It's like, I know how to get this motherfucker. I'm gonna call the police on him. That type of stuff. Right. But like actually calling the police on each other, we not really. But see, not in my experience.
See how you said just to get back at somebody, you call the police. If we had these codes in place, that would not be a thing. Because you don't call the police. You don't sit there to get back at somebody by calling the police. You do, and literally, you call the police, you putting somebody's life in danger. Literally. Simple as that. You call the police on a black person, you have just threatened their lives. That's how I take it. You've threatened their lives. Anyway, do you have something?
I don't have anything to say. If y'all just coming on, sorry y'all missed it. We've been on for 46 minutes and 25 seconds. No, more than that, really. But I'm tired. I gotta get my hair did.
But at the end of the day, let's think about that. Like if this is not something that we're doing as a community, then maybe think about just doing it within your family.
Yeah.
And starting to implement these things within your family and teaching your children these codes and teaching them how to, and then if we all do it within our families, then it's going to become a more and more common thing within the black community. There's always going to be some people who don't want to follow or whatever, and that's fine. But if we could do that and teach our kids and teach our families, like this is what we need to do, this is what we need to follow, then think about the progress we could make as a community.
Can they screenshot while they watching this?
I don't know.
Can y'all screenshot while y'all watching this?
If not, but I can also.
I'm lazy.
I can also
put
it
in the anyway, huh?
Now I can put it in the comments though. Okay. I will put it in the comments. Okay. And actually I will post it as well. And so you can look on my page, and I will tag.
Because it's really good. Like actually looking at it, going through it like this, and discussing it, not just reading it. Really dope.
And I will tag Umoja in it as well. And so then both people should be able, both lists should be able to.
Do you think we should read them all?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
To end.
The ones that we'll read the ones that we didn't actually talk about. We'll read that.
Take your comrade to the side and tell him. And when y'all hear comrade or enemy, think of black people and then everybody else.
Yeah.
Take your comrade to the side and tell him in an intelligent manner about his or her faults. And don't start discussing it. Y'all just listen. Okay. Because I'm tired. Shit.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Love for your comrade to have that which you have for yourself.
Goodness. You sure we can't talk about it some more?
Nope.
Okay.
These are all really good. This was really hard for us to pick.
To pick just 10, right.
Yeah, to pick the ones.
Even if your comrade is wrong, or you think he or she is wrong, submit and take that matter to someone of higher rank.
With the elder again.
Right.
Okay. Never agree with a disbeliever against your comrade. And when we say disbeliever, we're talking about somebody that's
don't believe in our cause.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And see, now these, though, just to be clear, these are about the cadre. So this is against anybody, black, white, Mexican. This is a writer thing first. We saying that if we adopt this as a whole, how dope it'd be. So yeah, I ain't gonna go any farther than that.
Discuss anymore. Yeah.
Always watch your comrades back.
Oh, 2 or more comrades should be together at all times.
Always leave your comrades in peace. Damn.
Never lie to your comrade by fact or example.
Report your comrade to someone of higher rank if he or she is doing something to endanger the Black Rider Liberation Party, aka black people.
Never challenge your comrade as to how much knowledge he or she has.
No bragging, clowning, or joking, especially blackness jokes, on your comrade.
And avoid negative conversations with your comrade. So those are the ones that we didn't go over, but those are the ones that we follow. Those are our guidelines for our everyday life. And it's actually really helpful because when you're going through things, it's helpful. And I get checked on this all the time. Go look at the code of conduct. And I'm like,
yeah, man. Really.
But then you go through it and you're like, okay, you're right. Like, this is where I'm going wrong. And this is what I need to do better. So yes, I will post this on my page. I will tag Umoja so that his friends that I don't have can see it as well if you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. And we welcome any of your comments about it. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening and listening to this. There's a lot of you here and I'm really, really excited about that. So thanks for coming in. Thanks for tapping in, you guys. Have a wonderful evening.
Peace and Black Power.
All right.